Hello, in this video we're going to learn the difference between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So we're just going to work on identifying what is a mixed number and what is a fraction. So a mixed number usually looks like this, like 2.5. This is what a mixed number would look like. And a mixed number is usually when you have a whole number and a fraction. So this is a fraction, and this is the whole number. And usually you have mixed numbers when you already have a whole number, but you have a fraction in addition to the whole number. So like, say I have, let's say I have like 3 quesadillas. Or let's say I have 3 quesadillas. These are my 3 quesadillas. And I have eaten 2 of the quesadillas, and I've eaten a half of this last quesadilla. So the way I would write, if someone asked me like, hey, how many quesadillas did you eat? I ate 1, 2, I ate 2 of them, and I ate a half. So it'd be 2.5. That translates to that fraction. So that's why you would use mixed numbers. And so that's what they look like, essentially. With improper fractions, the key thing to know here is that the numerator is greater than the denominator. That's what an improper fraction is. So it can be the same quantity as a mixed number, but it's just written differently. That's the only thing about it. So in this case, if we have 9/2, that is a mixed number because 9 is greater than 2. 9 is the numerator, and 2 is the denominator, and 9 is greater than 2. So that's why it's an improper fraction. So in the same case with the quesadilla, we have 3 quesadillas, and we're saying we ate 9 halves. So, wait, what does that not make sense? Oh, forget this. This is not 9 halves. This is 5 halves. My bad. It's 5 halves. 5 is greater than 2. So just pretend that was never there. So the way you would say this is, all of these quesadillas are cut in halves, and we have eaten 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have eaten 5 halves of these quesadillas, and that's the same thing as this. It's just written differently. One is in a mixed number, and one of them is in an improper fraction. So the way to, I guess since we now identified what it is, the way to convert them is from mixed number to improper fraction. The way you would, the way that I was learned to do it is you, there's 2 steps. The first step is to multiply, and the second step is to add. And that's how I would do it. So in this case, 2.5, we would multiply the 2 times 2, and then we would add the value we get by 1. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And that gives us our numerator. And we would always keep the denominator the same. So this is step 1, I guess, to get the numerator. And then to get the denominator, it's the same. The denominator is just the same. So in this case, the denominator is 2. We're going to keep this as 2, and we get 5 halves. Now, if we want to convert the 5 halves into a mixed number, I guess the only step you would do is just divide and find the remainder. So if we have 5 divided by 2, we know that 2 times 2 is 4. And so there's that. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 2 does not go into 1, so that is our remainder. This becomes our remainder. So we have 2 and 1 remainder. And that 1 is over the 2. So yeah, that's how you convert them. I'll make another video with more examples about converting back and forth. Usually the mixed number is the easiest because you just multiply and add. So it's kind of like a kind of thing. But with improper fraction, you have to divide, so it's a little harder. Okay, good night, Ram.